Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fleet's Rant... Well, god damn it, that's how tired I am. Welcome back to Fleet Plays Rule the Waves. Yes, folks, it's time again. And once again, we are back for... well, basically, the continuation. To move swiftly onwards through the Great War. A great war that, well, shows no sign of ending anytime soon. It's basically going to come down to when we get our new ships into service, aka the missile cruisers and the rebuilds of our battle cruisers, and will they enable us to deliver a knockout punch? I mean, I'd like to think so. I really hope so. Because as it currently stands, we aren't going to be able to deliver a punch that's... Well, neither side can really deliver a knockout blow. One, because I won't let the other side deliver a blow to me that I won't recover from. And two, because I lack the forces to deliver the blow myself. I'm under blockade technically, but the blockade never seems to bring our unrest level to a point where we are unable to prevent it from rising. Our new corvettes are less than a year away. All of our new light cruisers will commission inside of a year, giving the Baltic Fleet enough missile cruisers to hopefully break the German blockade completely. And the Pacific Fleet will be getting 2 guided missile battle cruisers to help offset the Japanese's advantage in aircraft carriers. Alexander Nevsky, the most powerful battleship in the world, is on hold, pending the completion of these other ships. Even then, we lost one of our prize battle cruisers. Kerch. Torpedoed by a Spanish submarine. But we will persevere. Oh yes, Knight, I will win. I did not make out with the figurehead of our greatest battleship. Yeah, Prevnets, yeah. There will have to be a Prevnets class built, because that's been 2 ships of the class sunk in heroic circumstances. Both of them battle cruisers, so there needs to be a third battle cruiser, Prevnets. So there needs to be a Prevnets class battle cruiser, probably the last battle cruiser we build. Oh yeah, this is the Japanese invasion of Northern Korea. Due to an intelligence coup, we can ambush an enemy force. Okay. Alright, I'm listening. Okay. Alright. Inferior enemy force. Okay. Alright, I'll bite. If I can bump off some Japanese ships, there's a real chance of victory here. And we have a convoy here. Oh! Okay, so that appears to be a enemy destroyer task force trying to come in to attack our convoy. Whatever it is, I won't stand for it, I'll tell you. Okay, turn. Come on, prepare to unleash torpedoes. Come on. Yes, torpedoes away! Oh! 2 strikes. And more! 3rd torpedo hit. Oh yes, have it, son. Take your lumps like a man, you Japanese communists. Well, they're fascists technically, but still. Yeah, that's right, have it. Have it, go on. Gordy just absolutely going nuts on these bozos. That's it. Just torpedo the ever-living heck out of him, lads. That's right. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Break off contact. I hope that we've got some of our own ships coming in. Ah, we lost one of our ships, but hopefully it was one of the more modern Japanese destroyers that we sunk. And, on the plus side, they did not attack the convoy. So, we succeeded. I hope. Oh, bloody hell. Unless I get a serious airstrike from Chempo, I'm in trouble. Why won't I win, Knight? Tell me why I won't win. Like, I am successfully fighting the Germans and the Japanese and the Spanish. The French are with me. The Spanish and the Germans are under blockade. The Japanese aren't, but we're fighting a good delaying action against the Japanese in the Far East. I see no reason why we can't at least, if not... Oh, I put this gently. We're not going to lose the war, that much is for certain. The only question is, how much do we win? How did you hit our own fucking miss... Oh, there we go. That's more like it. Thank you. Get him! That's right, yeah, get him. Steal their lunch money. That'll teach him. You didn't sink the number of merchants you needed. Ugh, but you sank 2 of our... God damn it. Never mind. Oh, well. Need to be more spacious to keep up crew quality. Oh, for God's sake, you've got to be kidding. Right, well that's something else I need to factor into designs. What are you going to do? Hey, one of our CVs... Oh, for God's sake, like cruisers are dropping like flies. Yeah, I need these rebuild battle cruisers out in the Far East, fairly sharpish. I also need the missile cruisers to enter service in the Baltic ASAP, right now. Obviously we've got the rebuilds coming through, the corvettes coming down the line. Have the first tranche entered the fleet yet? Not yet. All the modern destroyers are in Northern Europe. Most modern of the rebuilds are in Northeast Asia. The largest destroyers are also in Northeast Asia. In fact, most of the destroyers are in Northeast Asia. So only some of the older ones are in the Baltic. Northern Europe. Some of our carriers are there. Our light carriers are there, including our two classes of purpose-built carriers. Because the Russians are not competent, and your unrest needs are only means to rise just enough, and it's all over for you. Well, first of all, if the Russians were incompetent, why do we have one of the world's largest colonial empires and have thrashed basically the Japanese 5 times? This is the first war that we fought that the Japanese even have an even chance against us. We're outnumbered, blockaded, and yet we are doing more damage to them than they are to us. In spectacular fashion. The Russian fleet is a competent, battle-tested force that has proven itself over since the age of the pre-dreadnought began in 1890. To be blunt, the Russian Navy is more competent than anything else, than any of the navies we're facing. Not the Germans, not the Japanese. None of them. None of them are my equal. I really don't want to fight a carrier battle. Oh, hang on, it's against Spain. Let me just check the old... All of Russia's carriers are here. No, yeah, because one of the other carriers is badly damaged. We've got all the battle cruisers, got the light cruisers. If it's against the Spanish, it might be worth taking. How is your economy? The economy's fine. Because it's an intermittent blockade, and it's only in the Baltic, we're able to get trade goods in through Northern Europe. And through the Pacific. The USA has a much larger fleet than anyone else in the game right now. But that's because it's the United States of America. But in terms of battle-tested crews and ships with battle honours that stretch back 40 years, no navy in the world is my equal. Okay, right. Okay, first things first. Get me a two-phase search and a heavy cap, along with a night search. Where are the light carriers? So, Carrier Division 5. You have new orders, please. You are a corps on Carrier Division 6. And for you, I want a shorter distance, but wider search, please. Thank you. Where's the light carriers? Oh no, okay, so that's all under that. We've not got a large force in terms of our recon aircraft have to find their carriers first. It's absolutely paramount that they do. As long as our recon aircraft find their carriers before their carriers find us, we should be alright. This is the worst part of a carrier battle. The waiting. The not knowing. No reports. French... Oh, hang on! One of ours? No, looks to be a French aircraft. Either way, that French flying boat operating out of Rochelle has found me my targets. 1 light carrier, 3 heavy cruisers, 5 destroyers. That's the French. That's the carrier strike force. Get me light jet escort. And torpedo bombers, and then get me some strike aircraft some dive bombers as well. So let me see. So time currently is 9:55. Assuming they're steaming westward, and unlikely to be changing course too often. The wind is in that direction, so they have to turn into it, which is southwards. So they weren't conducting flight operations, which means that is their course. So, I just want to check the other course. Yeah, so it means that is their course. So in theory, if I launch my aircraft for here, we should be able to get an interception in about 1 hour. Launch the strike. I do want to coordinate the strike. Yes, I do. Thank you. Carrier Division 7. I want you to launch a torpedo bomber strike, accompanied by your fighters. Your target area will be to the south over here. Carrier Division 8. Your mission is to launch a light jet strike, accompanied by Yak 109 torpedo bombers. Yak 109s, God, that's funny. You will hit a northern area and to attempt to catch the Spanish carriers, should they not be where we think they are. We will hold some aircraft in reserve in case things do not work out as we intend. Wait till the strike gets off. Okay, new course. All targets seem to point that course is somewhat more northerly than we had thought. But that's okay. You do realise Russian domination of the Pacific is against America's interests. Well, yes, but I've successfully kept the US at bay, and we did fight a war. You do realise that the Americans own Kamchatka, Knight. Like, there was a war with the United States, which was the first Great War, which ended in a stalemate with no one really winning. But the US did take Kamchatka off me, and that's kept them satisfied, which has basically kept them out of Russian affairs, leaving me free to dominate China. Yes, adjust strike further northward. You're actually fine where you are, just a little bit over there, please. And you need to be a little bit further west. Apart from that, everything's fine. And as far as I'm aware, they haven't found me. Please let this strike be a success. Oh, please tell me, did we... Okay, was that us engaging... Yeah, that was LA 135 cap. Or was that... Cap. Naval strike. Is that coming in on us? I bloody hope not. It's really not what I need right now. The moment Russia gets too powerful, it's round 2. I mean, unlikely. We have no real reason to fight. And... oh, bloody hell, they found us. My caps jumped them. Which is good, yep. The Yak 144s are going to jump them, and that's going to be the end for them, I think. Plus, they've got to get past the anti-aircraft destroyers with their auto-loading 4-inch guns. I don't think they'll do it. Not for too much damage, anyway. Five enemy dive bombers, torpedo bomber-like carrier. Congratulations. Did they actually manage to do anything? Okay, so they know where we are. Strafe, enemy, what? Okay, so our aircraft have found something. This is good news. Increase speed to 22 knots and let's head northwards. Oh, yes, we found the enemy carrier fleet. Yes! Well done, boys. Well done! Yes! Good job, lads. Okay, get ready me a follow-up strike. Light jet fighters and dive bombers from Carrier Division 6 will move to where our aircraft are currently engaging. So, launch strike. This is why I kept some things in reserve for exactly this. Oh, hang on. We don't have enough guided ordnance for both. Carrier Div 7, yeah, is the lights, so, actually, yeah, so, get rid of the torp bombers and get the dive bombers instead. There we go, so get them ready and get them launched. Carrier Division 8 is the CVs, so yeah, we'll get me as many aircraft as we can get in the air. I want to hammer this victory home. Let's do it. No, I'm just being in character, Knight. And also, it's Rule the Waves. It has certain... Unsighted is hit by a torpedo! Bloody hell! Good God! Are they flying away uniformly? Yeah, so that is roughly where the enemy is. Latest report we had was them there-ish. Steaming northwest. Yeah, so somewhere here-ish, please. And you somewhere over to the west, just to make sure we actually hit the target properly. Oh, here comes their counter-strike. The heavy escort's doing the work. Oh, good lord. Oh, they have jet aircraft in this strike. This is going to be rough. Okay, never mind. The strike actually didn't land any hits because our aircraft jumped them. Okay. Launching missiles. Okay, we found the enemy task force again. Yes. Oh, good lord, what hits? Oh, it gets better. That was a fantastic... Yes! Come on. Come on, boys. I believe in you. Oh my god! Oh my lord, this is beautiful. Oh my god! I don't know what we're hitting, but we clearly hit something. We haven't taken any damage yet. Okay, what do we have for a follow-up strike? We do actually have enough for a follow-up strike. We don't have enough guided munitions for you guys, but we do have enough guided munitions for you. If I take you to 4 aircraft. If I take you down to 5, you can carry guided ordnance as well. Gentlemen, so let's see, what were the last reports we had? Steaming away to the south, presumably trying to break for home, I guess. Some reports saying they're steaming west, some reports say they're steaming south. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Cav Division 6 aircraft will go westwards, in case they're going that way. And again, we'll try and hit them absolutely hard. We'll just absolutely hammer the ever-living heck out of them. Yes, launch. Cav Division 7, what have we got? Torpedo bombers, dive bombers will launch from... So if we take 5 torpedo bombers, which are carrying guided ordnance, the dive bombers can carry heavy bombs because they should be survivable enough in that role. And then from Beletsky we'll launch an escort strike. These aircraft will head south to try and make sure that they cannot reach their home bases that way. Carrier Division 9, which has 2 of the large fleet carriers, will sortie some of the last of its dive bombers carrying heavy bombs, and its torpedo bombers and dive bombers carrying heavy bombs and torpedoes respectively. For escort on this mission, our fighters are all currently on combat air patrol, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. You gentlemen will proceed to the east. This is more of a mopping up strike than it is anything else. Well, let's see how we do. Pass me my Makarov. I'm going to have to find the man who did those designs and had a friendly chat. Well, I'm currently fighting the best carrier battle of the entire war. And I mean that. Like, we have literally textbook. I mean, most but like most of carrier battles, it was down to luck. That flying boat operating out of La Rochelle found the Spanish carriers and relayed a detailed course and speed report to us. We were then able to launch our aircraft and engage. And again, we're doing it again! We're doing it again! Oh my god! Jesus! Good lord! Oh my god! I want to head north, away from the battle area. We've probably done more than enough damage. I'm just pleased with how well that went. What a fantastic carrier battle. The old Sisoi Veliki class, despite their age, despite being converted battleships, still have a kick to them. I have no idea how many ships I've sunk. But I do know that I've done enough. We've expended most of our munitions, but we've done enough. Let's get the quartet home, and let's survey what we've managed to do. Yes, into port. The scenario is over. Yeah! Oh my god! We did it! We actually did it! Oh my god! We engaged and sank all the Spanish carriers for no losses, purely with our aircraft. Oh my god. We suffered 33 total losses. They suffered 101 aircraft lost. Most of their aircraft were lost due to air-to-air combat. Oh no, so ground-to-ship actually. Looks like most of their aircraft went down with their carriers. That's Spain's full-size carrier. So she evades air attack. Takes a medium missile hit. Has a medium missile near miss. Then she takes another medium missile hit. Then she takes another medium missile hit. The fire continues to spread and the fire rages out of control, and that means she's abandoned. In regards to the two Spanish light carriers, let me see. Because remember, Jean's quite a modern ship. Yeah, she's a 1937 build. But I think the light carriers are more modern. Yeah, these are Spain's modern light carriers. Evading air attack. She takes a single medium missile hit, and she just... yeah, the fire just puts her down. In regards to Alicante... yeah, she... again, missiles seem to strike aircraft on the deck. Holy smokes. Good God. Major victory. Battle of the Bay of Biscay. Success, gentlemen. Massive success. Of course our forces are fighting valiantly in North Korea. Yes. Okay, so... air bases in the Baltic, how big are they? We need to expand our air bases at Riga and Reval. Absolutely flood the Baltic. I also need to... our airbase at Port Arthur probably also needs to be expanded. Although really the primary thing I want to expand is Airbase Vladivostok. There should be an airbase at Vladivostok. Or is it at Nagochachok? Nah, yes, it's at Nagochachok. Okay, so expand that. So our Nikopol class missile cruisers have just entered. They're a true all-round cruiser. And bring another first purpose-built Russian warships to carry anti-ship missiles. Although the Nizhny Novgorods are the first to carry them in actual service, arriving just a month before them. But yeah, holy smoke, yeah. Spain now has no carriers. Gentlemen, we just annihilated the entire Spanish carrier fleet in one decisive action. All of Spain's active carriers got sunk in that action. We should be proud. I'm proud! It's also bought me some breathing room. I want to see what the battle generator gives me, because I have to be very, very careful until the Nizhny Novgorods are ready. Okay. That's giving me the battleship Sevastopol. She may only be one ship, but she's the last of the Ganguts. Remember, all the rest of the Ganguts were given away to enemy ships, to enemy nations. And the Ganguts do not go down easy. Ah, Minsk is hit by a missile, that's not surprising. Bloody hell! What in the name of... flipping... what? Christ on a bicycle! Oh god, there's the other Gangut on the other side. Oh my god. Oh my lord, that's all of... When they said some battleships, I thought one or two that I might be able to quite handily and skillfully dodge and maneuver around. That's the entire Japanese battle fleet, including some of our battleships. Oh shit, those are Admiral Gorshkovs with their 20-inch guns. Oh bloody hell, we need to run. And there are the Kronstadts. Oh Christ. Oh bloody hell. Yeah, the Japanese have embraced the missile in a huge way, it seems. Yeah, we're about to be dealt a defeat in the Pacific, which is perhaps going to offset our victory in the Atlantic. I'd ideally like to seek a negotiated settlement to the conflict if I can, because I don't know if victories in Europe will offset losses in the Pacific. Because the fleet that would have been used to fight Japan is now Japan's. Okay, torpedo salvos away. This looks... ooh, that looks good. Okay, Gangut got hit by a torpedo. Okay, sod it. If Sevastopol is going to die, then let her die firing her guns. At least then she might do some damage. These are all... apart from Katsuragi, these are all ex-Russian capital ships. All of them! We're being killed by the fruits of our own shipyards. There goes the last of the Ganguts in Russian service, and the only Russian battleship in the Far East. And the Japanese have brought carriers. This is really not good. This is really not good. This is really not good. Well, our aircraft have finally turned up. I really hope they do something. Okay. Missiles. We lost the Minsk. Yes. Pick up as many survivors as you can. Sevastopol's slowly slipping beneath the waves. This is a disaster. Absolute disaster. Yeah, this is an absolute unmitigated disaster. I'll have to advise His Imperial Majesty that owing to the German treachery, we are unable to actually hold down the Pacific as I would like. Damn it. And it was a convoy attack mission as well. To which the Japanese brought their entire navy. Oh, it's no good. Can't hope to win against them. They're gonna keep hitting us until they win. Japan is... Germany and Spain are actually proving quite easy to deal with. It's Japan that's proving to be the thorn in the Russian Empire's side. The thing we can't actually deal with. It took them 6 wars and quite literally piggybacking off of Germany to get a win. And with that win, they took most of our new navy, which we then rebuilt, and now they're using that new navy to win against us. Without it, they would have no way to fight these actions. No way to win. The game literally handed them victory on a silver platter. By all rights, I should be winning this. Okay. They gave me a ship that's sinking as my flag. Fantastic. This isn't very exciting. Yep. The convoy's gonna die. Yeah. Very little we can do here. Knight, this is one battle, not the entire war. And you don't... like... I will point out now that we won a crushing victory in Europe, and that the intelligence report for this battle was way off. Had I known it was going to be this many Japanese ships, I would just not have fought it. It said some battleships and some cruisers. It did not say the entire Japanese battle line. And carriers. Oh, for God's sake, won't it end? Won't it please end? Good God. For God's sake, won't it end? Yeah, this doesn't surprise me. David tried to fight Goliath, and Goliath kicked his teeth in this case. All because faulty intelligence led me to believe that this was a force of perhaps a few Japanese battleships, escorted by some cruisers that I could lure into our air cover and defeat. That was not the case. It was, in fact, a good chunk of the Japanese Imperial Navy. That is most of the Pacific Fleet sunk. Damn it. And now because the enemy is not blockaded, and we are, the Tsar should really seek a peace. Remember, as I said before numerous times, if we have a communist revolution, I get executed and the game ends. That's one of the house rules of this campaign. Well, Nizhny Novgorod's back with... Okay, so let's have a look and take stock. We have no ships. Okay. Alright. We still have a good chunk of destroyers in Northeast Asia. But we don't have anything else. We'll have 2 battle cruisers. And a bunch of destroyers, but not much else. I wonder. The largest destroyers. Could they be taken in hand? I wonder. Move the aft superimposed turret. Fit them with our best radar. Upgrade their 4-inch guns. Replace their machinery. Where one of their forward mounts was. Add 2 pairs of dual-tube heavy anti-ship missiles. Add anti-submarine mortars and rockets and depth-charge throwers. Increase the rounds per gun to about 300. It would take 12 months, but it would give us some viable large destroyers for the Far Eastern Fleet. Things we desperately need. Also give them some radar-directed medium AA mounts. To try and offset the punishing losses we've been taking. And then we can fit spacious accommodation to them. It'll take 12 months, but it'll be worth it. I'm also going to resume construction of Alexander Nevsky. At the rate the war's going, we're going to need her. Our carriers are still a year and a bit... Our first super carriers are still a year and a bit away. Most of our cruisers are nearly here. Rebuilt destroyers coming down the line. Things are bad, but... civil unrest is bad. It may be a peace deal. It may not be a revolution. Because I will point out, the current government in power is the socialists. So we are a Russia with a socialist government. Okay. No. I am not happy with that. Convoy attack against Spain. I'm happy with that, though. I know for a fact that without Spanish carriers in the way, we can actually do good work here. We're winning in Europe, but we're losing in Asia. Did the French send me some support? Those aren't my ships firing. The French did! They sent me some of their modern light cruisers. Oh, France, you legend! Ha 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 ha! Thank you! You legend! This convoy attack's going to go even better than I thought it would. I was already confident of victory, now I'm even more confident. Increase speed to 30 knots. There they are, boys. Let's go get them. Enemy light cruisers spotted. Work those auto-loading 5-inch guns. There we go, that's the way. That's it, lads. Work those guns. Oh, bloody hell, some of Spain's modern destroyers were lurking amongst the merchants. Those bastards. Keep firing! We're here to put Spain back under blockade and end the war. Keep firing, men. Keep it up. Excellent, we achieved our objective. Truly marvelous. Excellent. We're hitting things with torpedoes. This is good. Ooh! A Barcelona-class light cruiser. A very large, potent ship. Kill it! You are very large and potent. But you are dead. Or you will be, soon. Yeah, that's it. Get some. That's it. No match for the Russian fleet. Yeah, that's it. Go on. Run away. Yeah, go on. That's it. Run away. Remember, this is a taste of what we gave your carriers 2 months ago. Yeah, that's right. Go on. Run away. There we go. That's it. Good lads. Well done. I'd say that's mission accomplished overall. I think we suffered some ships damaged, but nothing actually lost. Well done. It's no good winning in Europe if you lose in Asia. Well, the wars are all linked together, so I don't know how it'll all. I am winning the overall war. As far as rule the waves is concerned, I am winning the overall war. So there is that. Okay, we lost one destroyer, but we managed to sink a great deal of Spanish merchant traffic. Yes, Battle of Northwestern Spain. Oh, Germany's on the verge of going. Our unrest went down! We will... Oh, actually, Honestly, yes, I have resources. Divert them from the military, pass social reforms, let the people eat. Beautiful. Okay, so unrest came down again. And Germany and Spain are back under blockade. Germany is basically teetering on the verge of collapse at this point. They've got a powerful fleet, but it has not engaged our fleet in any meaningful way for a long time. Get me a heavy cruiser design. Oh, we can go better than that. 9-inch guns. In fact, actually, I don't need an aft turret. Can we get away with 11-inch guns? No, no, 9-inch guns then. In 2 quads forward. Let me just move the forward turret slightly further forward. Because we have helicopters now. And I'm also going to add... 2 aft missile launchers for air-to-air missiles. I'm going to add a helicopter hangar. This ship will carry 4 helicopters. Will displace around 1,400 tons. It's the missile age, so armor above splinter protection and magazine box really doesn't matter because you get hit anywhere else, it's superstructure hit, so you're basically buggered either way. Spacious accommodation. It's fine. Drop the number of 3-inch down to 8 guns. In single turrets. Actually, no, if we have auto-loaders, we can drop it down to actually 4 guns. 4 singles. What if we drop that down? That won't change anything. Why don't we have... What is chewing up all the topside weight? Is it the missiles? It is. So what if I actually have... Yeah, 2 tubes, and then if we have... Remove the aft superimposed launcher. There we go, that brings us within limits. Marvellous. Admiral Makarov. There we go. It's not acceptable to the other European powers. At night, that's not how Rule the Waves works. And it is acceptable. We're fighting a world war. Britain is extremely happy if fascist Germany collapses into revolution. So is the rest of Europe. Spain, for some reason, tied themselves to this sinking ship, and are probably going to be dragged down with it. And Japan, well, nobody wants Japan to regain their position of threatening everyone's colonies because the thing that Russia does best is beat Japan over the head with a stick every time they try to get uppity. We've done it 6 times, we'll continue to do it more. German Navy declines battle. Cruiser action. German Navy declines battle. Fleet battle. It's one of those things where... Some battleships, possibly a carrier. We don't have our carriers. I don't like that. Cruiser action. Okay. Alright. Can I add my remaining battlecruiser? I can. Okay. No carriers expected. Just enemy capital units and destroyers. Okay. Alright. Now is the chance for our 18-inch battlecruisers to do what they are built to do. Sink German battlecruisers. Oh, bloody hell. Enemy targeting radar. Turn to starboard. Deploy countermeasures. Holy smokes. Increase to 31 knots. Let's go get the bastards. You want to dance, you German buggers? Every time you've tried to fight our battle cruisers, you have lost in a gun action. And you really think now just because you've got some fancy new missiles, that's going to change? I don't think so, Sunshine. Battle cruisers of the Russian Navy, remind the Germans what happens when you try to tangle in a gun line with Russian 18-inch armed battle cruisers. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. It only took a few minutes of action against our ships for them to break and run. Not very surprising. This is what happens when German battlecruisers try to fight Russian battlecruisers. The 18-inch guns find their mark and pound the Germans into scrap. And this time, your aircraft aren't around to save you. There goes the last German battleship, Nassau. She's stopped and sinking. Okay, Admiral Izakov, come around to starboard. Oh, don't tell me her rudder's jammed. Of course the rudder's bloody jammed, why wouldn't it be? Come on, goddammit, come on, turn! Don't let them get away! I'm at least getting away with 2 kills. That other battlecruiser can escape, but I am at least getting away with 2 kills. This is the primacy of the Russian Navy. This is what we do. Do you see now, Knight? Do you see now? This is the Russian Navy paramount. These ships, ships like these, this is what we do. This is why the Axis had to so badly damage us before they were able to even get close to fighting us. This is the Imperial Russian Navy. France isn't dominant, Knight. She's basically just trying to remove the same problem that we're facing. It's an alliance of convenience. One of our ships got torpedoed, but we did all right. The last German battleship sunk, a heavy cruiser sunk, and a battlecruiser sunk. All in all, not a bad showing. Battle of Horns Reef. Yes, we're under blockade, but unrest has come back down again. Marvellous. Well. Oh! The German carrier's been sunk. Marvellous. And the French have sent ships to Northeast Asia. Wait, the French sent ships to Northeast Asia? France? Didn't know you had assets in the region. 2 destroyers. Where are the rest of the friendship? West Africa. Where is the RN? I know it's somewhere. Oh, in reserve, that's where it is. Raid on coastal shipping. No, I am not sending. I am not stupid enough to send my older ships into the teeth of the Japanese Navy. No! Okay, Spain's on the verge of bowing out. I will make an announcement spending more money on the living conditions of sailors. Yes, social reforms passed by the Duma. No revolution today, boys! Ha 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 ha! Ooh, I love it when I win. Ah, well, things do get damaged. I think they're going to break before we are. Knight, I am not going to send them. I'm not sending my ships into the teeth of the Japanese Navy. A good admiral knows when to fight and when not to fight. You all saw what happened the last time we tried to fight the Japanese. That ended one way. Horrifically badly. Well, I'll let the army try and break through. That doesn't surprise me. I think I'll end up winning in the west, but I may lose most Russian territory in the Far East that isn't Russia proper. It's annoying, because I'll win the war, but the Japanese will have occupied territory in the Far East, which is not something that will be available to be recovered at the peace conference. I mean, it might be, I don't know. It's one of those weird wars which is really, really off-kilter. Small engagement. How small? If it's destroyers... Okay, unable to challenge our forces in the area. Battleship engagement. Enemy appears unable to challenge our forces. Cruiser action in the Baltic. Ooh, it's one of our ships that has anti-ship missiles. Bring it on! Please, please let me find something to lob anti-ship missiles at. I really want to test my new toys. Okay, unknown radar contact. Okay. Half the missiles. Manual fire. Unidentified ship. Fire 1! Missile away! And, oh. Locking onto Slava. No, you're not. I don't see you. Goodbye. Well, we hit them with a missile. And they missed us! Sucks to be them! Goodbye, motherfuckers! You don't see us! That's... I cast magic missile! Oh, that was funny. That was seriously funny. Oh my god, that was hilarious. I cast yeet. Good admirals fight the Japanese with their oldest ships. You must not be a very good admiral. Considering that I've won every Sino-Japanese war we've fought that was just the Sino-Japanese war and wasn't part of a greater conflict, no, I think I did pretty well. All told, I'm still doing pretty well. I mean, that was basically just come out of Riga, launch surprise missile ambush, and just we're going back into Riga now. Who knows, maybe our aircraft will find something. It'd be funny if they did. I just casually cast missile and just casually blew up a German destroyer. Which one did we get? I cast yeet! Oh, that's funny. No, he's doing alright, the Baltic Admiral. There we go. Allow ships to be equipped with a helipad. Yeah. Yeah, well, we're bound to be hit by mines and everything else. Okay, so not much happened that turn. We're working up our ships in the Baltic to break up the blockade. Oh yeah, so the Germans have doubled down hard. They've moved their entire fleet into the Baltic to try and enforce the blockade. But that means they're blockaded in Europe, and because they're blockaded in Europe, their blockade in the Baltic doesn't matter. It's basically nullified. So we are blockaded, but we're not actually blockaded. Cruiser battle. German Navy declines. I wonder why. Action with light forces. German Navy declines. I wonder why. Hey, well done, Army. Once again, the Imperial Russian Tank Corps proving its worth. Okay, Spain and Japan are also apparently on the verge of keeling over. Well, the Japanese army is winning, but... Yeah, I know. We're all suffering hardships, but come on, chin up. Best foot forward. So this design's fairly effective. What can we do to make it better? That's... No, I'm not happy with that. Ooh, I like that. That's good. Do we have auto-loading 5-inch guns? We do have auto-loading 5-inch guns. That is funny. Don't need 30... anything higher than 32 knots. It's a modern destroyer. I wouldn't mind a set of just 4 3-inch secondaries, just because we're in that era where massed AA firepower would not go amiss. Just don't need that much light AA at all. Probably just one of them would be fine. Not gonna have these carry a helipad. Marvelous. Russia's new modern destroyers. Ha ha ha! Cruiser action against the Japanese. Okay. Let's see what the battle generator says. Okay. 1 light carrier, 5 light cruisers, 7 destroyers, and 2 of their battle cruisers. Which, because they're ex-Russian ships, will not have missiles. We have an extremely heavy missile throw weight. A very heavy missile throw weight. Okay, I'm gonna wait until I get raid. Okay, there is... So that... just wait. Got it! 2 unidentified contacts. Alright. Manual fire. No, not that, not that, not that, not... Okay. So... Manual fire. Oh, we are in range. What are you talking about? We're damn well in range. Okay, yeah, we need to fire. Okay. Okay. Manual fire. Battlecruiser Tallinn. Unidentified ship. Fire half. Oh, whoops, sorry. Fire half. I said half, not all! Christ almighty, man. Manual fire, Battlecruiser Nizhny Novgorod. Identified ship. Never mind. Fire at will. As I suspected, those 2 ships were the Kronstadts. And Tallinn's taken a hit. For some reason, the missile... They wouldn't let me fire the missiles. How many does she have left? None. Nizhny Novgorod? She fired all hers as well. I fired and hit the Kronstadts with missiles. How are they not dead? How are they not dead? Come on, Tallinn. Work your engines up to 31 knots. Come on. Come on. I know you can do it. Sod this, we gotta go. I'm ordering Nizhny Novgorod up to 31 knots. Her sister will have to be left behind. There's nothing more that can be done at this point. Unless... the absolute hero unit that is the Destroyer Turban, he just casually decides, nope, I'd win, and in its dying breath clobbers torpedoes into the Kronstadt class. Are you legend? Oh, those are 16-inch shell hits. Oh, Tallinn. Oh, dear. Why is Nizhny Novgorod going so slow? Why can't she run? Flotilla attack, please. Ah, Turbiddy and Tallinn, the two T's, they gave their lives. Oh, how many more destroyers will have to make the ultimate sacrifice to buy us time to escape? Come on. Well, at least Tallinn's eating torpedoes. She's already sinking. Yep, okay. Torpedoes in the water. Whoa. Oh. We're lobbing enough torpedoes that some of them have to connect. Come on, Nizhny Novgorod. You can do better than that, surely. We're nearly out of radar range. Once we break contact there, we should be fine. Okay, we still have South Korean ports to retreat to, so let's do that. What happened? Why didn't my missile batteries connect? Yeah, this is Rule the Waves 3. Why didn't the missile batteries on my battle cruisers connect? They salvoed 8 heavy missiles. What happened? And apparently we scored hits. Did they just do nothing? Still, at least the entire Pacific Fleet didn't die this time. Only some of it. Which is small comfort. But... Knight, what are video games but a power fantasy? And also it's fun being one of the underdog nations. Heck, the next game will probably either be a Spanish run or a Qing China run. Or maybe even an Ottoman Empire run. Okay, we did manage to sink a light cruiser, but that's really not enough. That's really not enough. That's really, really not enough. Okay, one second. I'm just going to flash up the D thing for a second. I've just got to do some quick computer admin. So, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're back. Okay, so things are not going exactly as well as they could be. I'm just gonna put that out there. Although the war actually may last long enough for our first super carriers to enter the service. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Vladivostok, no, that's just a repeat. The Baku, that's an angled deck carrier. That's not an angled deck carrier. Ooh, that looks thoroughly modern. I like that one. Let me decrease the mounts to singles. But increase the caliber to 5-inch guns and make them all auto-loading 5-inch guns. With about 200 rounds per gun. No light AA. Just some medium AA guns. An aft mount. There we go. The turrets just need to be protected from splinters, nothing more. Air wing of about 80 jets is fine. Remove the heavy SAM. And add more medium AA guns because, well, you can never have too many. Well, you can physically have too many, but in this particular case, not really. There we go. The Baku class super carrier. We have the Kazan class large carriers, but they're more akin to my version of the Midways. The Bakus are my first true super carriers. ECM? Not really a thing in Rule the Waves. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's not... It's not that majorly featured. Mostly happens off screen. Nope. That is entirely too many carriers. Battleship engagement. Nope. That is entirely too many carriers. If Germany's carriers are involved, it's not a win. It's not a win scenario for me, and I know it. I'm not stupid. I can feel the war's so close to being over. Okay, unknown radar contact. Manual fire. Tilsby. Unidentified ship. Unidentified ship. Fire all. All missiles successfully fired. Withdraw. Bakus are akin to the Forestals. Yeah, you're probably right on that one, Montana. They'll also be Russia's first fully jet carriers. Our current carriers operate jets, but not in any major... Managed to damage a German destroyer for no loss to our own. Yeah, I'm not surprised mutinies have occurred. We're very... Yeah, offer a compromise peace, see what we get. Ah, never mind. Lay me down 6 ships. Small engagement. How small? No, those are our precious anti-aircraft cruisers. I can't risk them. Coastal raid against the Spanish. Okay, I'm happy to take that because it's unlikely their German allies will bring much in the way of help to them. Spain's... The problem is, normally I'd take this, but I know for a fact Spain still has some very nasty light and heavy cruisers. And I'm not... No, I don't think I will. We can ambush an enemy force. With what ships? To be perfectly frank. Nizhny Novgorod will be down for repairs for another 3 months. And you're telling me they're bringing battle cruisers and carriers, and you want to ambush them with 2 light cruisers and 3 destroyers? Have you gone completely off your rocker naval intelligence? Okay, well. Well, we've at least got, Thing is, I need her not to be independent. I need her to be a core with Russian Light Cruiser Division 8. Simply because I cannot have one of my only missile-armed, one of my very, very, very rare and very, very, very valuable missile cruisers running off screaming. Manual fire. Tilsby. Identified warship. Fire all. You were ordered to fire all! Fire all missiles. Raise speed to 31 knots and withdraw. Oh, your cunt took a beating there. She's alright, though. She should be alright to limp into port. She only took one missile hit. She's okay. She'll be alright. Tilsby's captain court-martialed for that one. Oh, she died. Tilsby don't mean faster. So much has been invested in this war that to give up now just seems wrong. We're outlasting the blockades better than they are, I'm sure of it. I mean, we've got to be. The Smetley class have taken a massive pounding during this war. Like like 12 members of the class have been lost over the 3 years of this war. Like, it has been an absolute battering. But I think victory is nearly in sight. We're so close. So close. Yes, divert military resources. Yeah, that's it. Because I'm willing to do that, the fascists won't be. I can keep myself from going into revolution. I don't think the fascists can. Cruiser action. If that doesn't include my battle cruisers, I'm going to shoot whoever's in charge of naval intelligence. Okay. All right. Yes, I'm going to take that because apparently it's just enemy armored cruisers. And we've been given some of our battle cruisers. Let's go get the buggers. Well, our float planes found them. Increase the flank speed. Let's go get them. Come on, radar. Pick them up. Come on. They were around here somewhere. Don't you dare tell me they got away. Are you kidding me? The one chance I get to engage at a tonnage advantage and just a night... Got them! Increase the flank speed. All crews to action stations. Tighten up on the 18-inch guns. Let's go get the buggers. Radar-directed guns. Fire as you bear. One torpedo won't slow us down. I am not going to let this golden opportunity to destroy a large chunk of Germany's remaining heavy surface assets in the form of their armoured cruisers go to waste. I steadfastly refuse to allow it. Do you really think that's going to stop us? These ships were designed to resist single torpedo hits. That is not going to stop them from fulfilling their mission. This enemy task force is dying. I will make sure of that. For once, it's time for me to inflict some maximum pain on the enemy. It's probably a destroyer. That can be allowed to run. Well done, gentlemen. Successful engagement. Good job. Oh, it's the Spanish that showed up. That's even better. Battle of the North Cape. Spain's doubling down on the heavy armoured cruiser. Hey, chaff dispensers. Beautiful. Just what we needed. No, leave the Bakus on the hold for now. Wait until the, Wow, our big carriers are less than a year away now. Good lord, the war's been going that long. 3 years now. Can you believe it? 3 years of constant bloodshed. Battleship engagement against the Germans. The Germans don't have any battleships. Cruiser battle in the Baltic. I bet you the Germans will take that one. Any money. No, they won't. Action with light forces in the Baltic. Okay, that's fine. It's one of our new cruisers. So the battle strategy is same as before. Wait until we have an unknown radar contact. Missiles are within range. Manual fire. Identified ship. Ochakov. Fire all missiles. Missiles away. Increase the flank. Get the heck out of there. This is standard procedure for the missile cruisers of the Baltic Fleet now. Sortie out, find German radar contact, lock, engage, run. They're basically large versions of Soviet missile boats. Ships were damaged, but not sunk, sadly. Yes, I am going to replace him. Heavy SAM mounts, very nice. There we go. Our new corvettes can go on trade protection, freeing up what limited destroyers we have in the Baltic to go to work. Although before they do, they're going to get one last refit. Some of these ships are old. approaching 40 years in Russian service. But, as they are the only things in the Baltic, upgrading them is basically not up for debate. They will land their midships mount, along with their 2 swivel torpedo mounts. They'll carry a medium AA, and anti-submarine rockets. If I can manage it, I'd like to also have a pair of single missile tubes mounted, although that may be too much for their hulls to bear. Maybe by deleting one of their torpedo mounts, we might be able to squeeze it in just about. How much tonnage do I need to get it in? Remove the aft superimposed mount. There. I am aware what the crews expect. These ships are only supposed to serve during the war. What they will get will suffice them. And there's the Vazhny class. Now, the Vazhny class were built as torpedo destroyers, and they've served that role very well, very admirably, during the course of the conflict. However, the time has come now for them to serve in a different role. Again, speed will drop to 30 knots. They will land one of their swivel mounts. The forward twin mount will be a single. They will have ASW rockets. Oh no, I am very well aware of what the problems are, AI. But I am very well aware also of the fact of the need to get these ships back into the fleet as fast as possible, so an 8-month refit is all they will get. Back in just a tick, gentlemen. Excellent. A small engagement. How small? Well, let's see what the game tells me. Been meaning to ask you, when is the next update on the Red Fleet timeline coming out? Events have somewhat overtaken us, I'm going to admit. I don't know, Montana, unfortunately. Look, I want to get it moving as much as everyone else does, but I have a bunch of different stuff going on. And sadly, I don't think it's going to happen until late this year or maybe next year. Okay, the Spanish have come to fight a battleship engagement with no battleships. Which, alright then. They have one carrier, admittedly is a 50,000-ton Goliath of a carrier. Oh no, they have one light carrier now. Or is that one of their own carriers? Either way, This battle will undoubtedly raise fleet morale, and may in fact be the cudgel upon which the Spanish Navy is utterly, completely broken. Find me their fleet, gentlemen. And find it fast. Okay, no contacts. Not good. That's not ideal, but, well, what are you going to do? In order to kill the Spanish fleet, we have to find it. And if we can't find it, then there's nothing we can do. Unfortunately. It's annoying, but that's the way it is. Let me put a night search up. See if we can find anything. Wait, unknown radar contact? Oh no, it's just our scouting force. We're fine. I wonder if they know something. Oh no, they thought it was us. Or miraculously, they thought we were the Spanish. It's probable the Spanish admiral did the correct thing. Ran. He was right to run. This has been one of the longest wars in terms of actual time to fight I've ever fought in Rule the Waves. I don't know if it's one of the longest wars I've ever fought in terms of So, the report is one merchant. It's a German merchant near a German port. That's nothing to do with this engagement. None whatever. No, there's no point. If Spain wanted to engage, they would have done. We would have found them. But, it wasn't to be. We couldn't find them. They had no carriers. The Spanish admiral literally turned tail and ran. And I cannot blame him given how many ships he brought to that fight. Negotiate a peace. The Navy can fight on, if needed. The generals persuaded him to scuttle it. Well, I won't deny. To give up everything that we've fought for now, so close to what could be total, complete victory, almost feels like a betrayal in a way. Cruiser action. Are we going to have our battle cruisers? Oh! And the French have brought some of their ships as well. Very nice. No, I don't want them as scouts. I want them as corps behind Russian Battle Division... Battle Division 6. We have no carriers, so they will not likely have any carriers. This is a real chance to find and kill the last remaining battle cruisers of the German Kriegsmarine. It is an opportunity we cannot let pass, and I will not let pass. Please, fire your missiles at the French. Let the Russian battle cruisers close down to radar-directed 18-inch gun range. Surely that will serve you well. Clearly you need a lesson on what happens when I catch you in the open, Germany, with my 18-inch guns, because you haven't learned the lesson yet. How dare you hit me with a missile, you... Ugh. Fine. A pursuit is not worth the risk. Break away and withdraw. Give us the maximum speed we can manage. If the Germans want to pull shit like that, I'm going to let them. They're clearly operating their battle cruisers with heavy missile escort. Ugh, they got away. It's so frustrating. Stop trying to glide bomb us. It won't work. Yeah, here come the jet aircraft. It's annoying, the fact they're able to do that to us, but it wasn't me that lost ships, it was the Germans, but it's annoying nonetheless. Cruiser action in the Baltic. Okay, this will do very nicely. No thank you, do not catapult search float planes. Unknown radar contact. Okay, this requires... This is the missile age, so slow speed... Turn. Okay, we lost the contact. Okay, 2 ships spotted. Manual fire. Identified ship. Ochakov. Fire all. Identified ship. Ochakov is the only one who has range. But she shouldn't be. Manual fire. Armoured cruiser. It should not be just Ochakov. Nikopol has range. Fire all. CA. Inkerman. Fire all. Increase to 30 knots. Fire chaff. Get the hell out of here. Our missiles hit. Their missiles missed. Okay, our aircraft apparently hit a battleship with missiles. In addition to what we hit them with. It's all about preserving as much combat power as we can, gentlemen. In the Baltic, we're fighting a naval guerrilla war. You don't fight that by getting into knockout, drag-down fights. Okay, our aircraft are approaching their ships. Dive bombing enemy aircraft. Torpedo bombing the enemy. Well, the time has come probably to... I don't want to mass convert our aircraft over to jets just yet. Wow, you hit a patrol boat with a missile. That's a big, fantastic thing you've done there, Germany. Well done. Okay, so we managed to sink a destroyer and a submarine for the loss of only one patrol boat. That's fairly good. No, he still has to prove himself. I know, people, I know. You want this war to end just as much as I want it to end. Believe me, I'm with you on this one. Like, I am absolutely with you on this one. But... well, our reconstructed destroyers have entered service with the Northeast Asian fleet, which is good. That's some much-needed extra blood pumped into that. The Kazan class are less than half a year away. And they'll be replaced on the stocks by the Baku class carriers. Cruiser action. We can ambush an enemy force. Ooh, goody. Please tell me it's using our battle cruisers. And the French have brought their own battle cruisers to bulk up my numbers. Fantastic. Oh, screen. That's brilliant. Fantastic, yes. Catapult launch the float planes, yes. I want to know what's out there. Okay, so they are out there. Turn to starboard, give chaff a maximum amount of time to actually... okay, our chaff did decoy the missiles. Okay. You son of a bitch! She's on fire. Superstructure. Radar seems to be still operable. Engage the enemy! Durr. 2 more missiles. Germans can't even fight honorably anymore. Turn away. Those fires we'll need dealing with. Send in the destroyers to block the enemy's advance. Germany, Germany, you remember what happens when you charge Russian destroyers? Because I'm sure you haven't forgotten. Because believe me, they will be happy to remind you. Get me 20 knots. I want to get the fire under control. Hindenburg, Admiral Nakhimov may be wounded, but she's not dead yet. Don't make the mistake of assuming, just because you put missiles into her, that somehow she's this wounded beast you can kill. She is not. She is still a Russian 18-inch battlecruiser, and she is still going to make you regret coming that close. Of course, all her turrets jam at the crucial moment. Never mind, Hindenburg is actually really badly damaged. Because of course she is. That's really quite funny. Call that one a draw, Germany. Killed by missiles, not even by enemy battle cruisers. How dishonorable, how shameful! Oh yeah, the First Russo-Japanese War did last a long time, didn't it? And it's just as hard fought. We're now down to 2 battle cruisers in theatre. With the loss of Admiral Makarov. And she's a highly decorated ship as well. Her loss will sting. If Nakhimov hadn't taken those missile hits, she would have totaled both those German battle cruisers. But she did take those missile hits. Knight, I don't know who Melanie 1640 is, but people can be misinformed. It's not really polite to jump to conclusions. Like that. And also, I don't know what context that's in. I assume you're talking about Dr. Clark's thing that's going up right now. But that's not really related to this, and it's not something that anyone here would have context for. So, doesn't really make much difference. Why aren't Imperial tanks rolling down Berlin by now? That was a German victory, but only just. Yep. This is... We're always teetering on the edge of collapse, and yet we never go over. And neither does the enemy. And it's so damn frustrating. Okay, unknown radar contact. None. Oh. She has the range. Why are you telling me she does not have the range when she does in fact have the range? Fire oil. Missile hit. Run north. They might pursue us, but... And here come our Air Force! There we go! Yes! Yes, boys, yes! Good stuff! Well, our medium bombers are dropping missiles. Yeah. Why are... Well, yeah, exactly. Like, how come... Like, the army keeps winning. Why hasn't East Prussia fallen yet? Why haven't Imperial Russian tanks clobbered Berlin yet? Why haven't French tanks reached Madrid or crossed the Rhine? Well, more strike assets. Excellent. Of course they hit it with a missile, why wouldn't they? Well, we hit them with a missile anyway. Okay. Okay. Alright, more missile hits. Okay, Russian aviation in the Baltic has precisely 0 chill, which is actually really good, because that's what I like to see. And our yaks are coming in. And we launch missiles. And yet more hits. Okay, lots of damage. Only one sinking, but that's okay. Victory is still a victory, and fleet morale has improved. Our prestige keeps falling, though. Okay. This is gonna suck. We basically have to conduct this operation at 31 knots. There's no... Okay, that's a new patrol boat sunk. Yep, we'll pick up survivors on this patrol mission. We have to. Okay, apparently an enemy merchant vessel has been spotted over here. This is very good. I'm not surprising, we're operating near the coast of... Yep, that's not very surprising at all. None of this is surprising. Please tell me that that is enemy armoured cruisers. God, Viborg wants to eat. But ourselves are just getting some damaging 18-inch hits on them and withdrawing. Basically because a lot of our battle cruisers have taken missile hits and it's the wise thing to do to withdraw. We'll drop back down to cruising speed and withdraw. We've done what we came here to do. We've won the victory point victory we needed to win. Let's retire. Come on! Come on. not gonna lie, Russian ships seem to be quite capable of absorbing missile hits. Which is good. Yes. Hey, how did they win? We achieved our objective. Of course they did. Oh. What do you want me to do? Fight hopeless battles that just result in my prestige being even further diminished? I can't win the war unless I'm trying my best here. But the Germans and the Japanese are not playing ball. We literally have no forces that can do that. I swear to God, the army had better deliver victory, because I can't at this point. I may not be losing the war, but I ain't winning it. Nope, not doing that. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. Yep, that's just the Japanese win anyway, which will be more losses for me. So I know exactly what my response to that is. Decline. I can't defend the convoy from ships armed with 4 battleships. No, I can't do that. Small engagement. Nope, that's one of our valuable light cruisers. I'm not dealing with that. Coastal raid. Finally, some of our battleships get to have a scrap. It's about damn time. Our battleships haven't seen any action for years. Those big 20-inch guns haven't barked in a very long time. Now with a merchant ship. Knight, don't... Knight, nobody likes, well, nobody likes, no need to be like that. The circumstances have changed since I said that. And war is not a certain thing, it never has been. What I am is realistic about the circumstances. If I had more prestige, I'd be confident in victory, but I don't have more prestige. That's the problem. We've chased the enemy cruisers so far north of the objective area that while they're fumbling around trying to get their heads together, we'll be able to raid commerce at will. Well, we achieved our objective once again. Now is the time to escape without casualties. For that is the way we do things. These are Russian battleships, not Russian battle cruisers. They may be slower, but they are not vulnerable. Oh, sure, she took a missile hit. She doesn't care! Star Wars TMX fleet. I think Fox and the others will be giving me an earful about on how this is going. Given the circumstances that I have been in command of this fleet since the start of the game, and that you... No, not really. I fought through very difficult circumstances from 1944 onwards. From a government that gave up vital strategic possessions back to the Japanese, to budget cuts when everyone else was building up. I have fought and bled and died to try and keep the Russian Navy afloat. Take the chance. And the Navy can fight on if needed. Oh, for God's sake. Lay down the 3 Bakus. The Kazan class have entered the fleet. There we go. All jet carriers. When worked up, I hope to thoroughly break the blockade of the Baltic. I'm not surprised. They can't challenge us. Just they wait till our carriers are worked up, then the Baltic blockade will be broken. We've also got the most powerful battleship in the world in the Baltic. Let them try! All of the prestige I've built up has been burned through in this bloody war. Carrier, no, we can't do it. Cruiser battle in the Baltic. Okay, the Germans are actually coming out to fight. We're a bit close to their home area, aren't we? Yes. We have to launch the float planes. Give me some warning. Unknown radar contact. Turn north. Lay on the speed. Okay, they've locked radar onto us. Something has fired. Manual fire. Target. Bodovoy. Fire all. Identified ship. Nikopol. Fire. Ochakov. Fire. All remaining missiles. Fire at will. Breakaway. We took some damage, but we're all right. It's alright, they're fine. They're modern missile ships. They're designed to take hits like this. Yamato, I said Hokkaido would never be held, and I was proven right. It was held! Hokkaido was held until the Russian government, for some stupid reason, decided to give up a possession that had been ours for 50 years. 50 years! It was more Russian than Japanese! Yamato was the most powerful battleship, but she wasn't like us. She wasn't like this. She wasn't built... She didn't have modern radar-directed gunnery like our ships do. She doesn't have... She doesn't have the same bells and whistles that this present ship does, and she wasn't armed with 9 20-inch guns. Yamato was an out-of-position ship that wasn't given a chance to do what it needed to do. My ship will not be found so horribly used. Urgh! Why is it when my missiles hit they do nothing? How are we somehow weak in the Baltic now? We fuck... This game is annoying me. I'm gonna lose the war because of bloody game mechanics. Nope, not even dealing with that. They have a light carrier? No, I'm not dealing with that. Very selective history viewing fleet. Izakaido's more Japanese than you think. 50 years of Russian rule. Enforced from 1895 to 1946, I believe. We have occupied it for a great deal of time. Long enough for us to consider it Russian, and for some reason that I cannot fathom, the Russian government gave it back. It was strategically vital, and it gave the Japanese back a lot of GDP, which they then used to build a fleet to take off more possessions from us. No, I don't want to do it. I can't afford to risk my ships. I can't risk action in the Pacific. My ships just die. Oh, fuck. Sod it. Sound like the guiding me government for a negotiated peace. Oh, you're kidding me! Well, we get the peace, but I've been sacked. And that's it, gentlemen. The game's over. My prestige rose to a height during the First Great War. Wait, where was the Great War then? Where was the Great War? That was with Japan. Ugh. Fleet tonnage. The Russian Navy rose to be one of the major fleets of the world. And yet, it was only in 1925 that we were above everyone else, save Germany, Britain, and the United States. And then it was created by the First Naval Treaty period. That was ended by the war with Japan. The Russian economy grew steadily, surpassing most people. We lost 3 dreadnought battleships, 9 battle cruisers, 5 pre-dreadnoughts, 9 armoured cruisers, 2 light carriers, 25 light cruisers, 103 destroyers, 21 corvettes, 2,700 merchant ships, and 62 submarines. The Germans lost 8 battleships. It's a sad butcher bill, gentlemen. Knight, I didn't lose. The war was not lost. The war ended in a compromise peace. It's just to get the peace, I didn't realise how much prestige I'd have to take, and I was lost, and I got sacked. The war wasn't lost, we didn't lose anything. But I lost the game. The war wasn't lost, Knight. But, yes. I'm sad to say, gentlemen, the game is over. A new coal lighter. A new coal lighter. Are you kidding me? After everything I've done for the Russian fleet? Sad, really. Think. All this battle history of the Russian Navy. And here we are. From the early days through to the end. A constant upward trend of victories and glory. And yet, it seems that what bested fleet wasn't enemy guns or aircraft. It was the transition to the missile age, which caught the Russian fleet napping, and was one to which they didn't adapt fast enough. Honestly, Knight? Yeah, Qing China. Yeah. Actually, next week's slot, I'm going to try and get Dr. Clark on to examine some of the ships. Talk about what their contemporaries in the real world might be. And a few other things besides. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you've had a fantastic time. Take care, folks, and I'll catch you next time.